Hi guys, this is Tracy Brown coming to you today to do your February, March 2022 horoscope. March 2022 horoscope. Who's next? Who's next? Let's take a look. Just gonna take this, which I usually don't take off the top. Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. How are you doing today? Let's do your March 2022 horoscope. What is around Scorpio for the month of March? March 2022 horoscope. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Scorpio. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to say. Scorpio is your child. They're your loves. They're your beloveds. Please authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. 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 Before we get started, if you would like to elaborate on anything that I say, just contact me. All right? You can text me at 213-458-7408. You could email me at tracybrownlive@gmail. Also, I'm selling my candles. These are the samples. So they're starting to get a little discombobulated, but I'm okay with that. This is physical health and psychic health. This is quick money and quick responses. And this is power and success. All right? And you could email me at tracybrownlive.com. What is around Scorpios for the month of March? There's a decision you need to make, Scorpio. There's a decision you need to make. And you may not appreciate your choices or the outcome. But it does look like it needs to be a firm decision regardless. Now, it could involve something legal, federal, state, city, could involve a job even. But definitely something in terms of government, right? But I do want to say be careful of deception around having to make this decision and or having to make it too fast. I'm not sure if speed is your problem. I think the ramifications of choices is the bigger problem. Like this, but I don't get what I need here, or that, and I don't get what I need there. And you're not a dreamer, but it kind of feels like you're saying, I wish I could have both, right? But the good part is, whatever this decision is, it's kind of time to put a lot of your ugly behind you. And that could be you, or it could be others. This decision is actually seriously helping you to move forward. All right? I do feel like that there are some people around you that are ill, right? That's not making this decision any better. And I mean, it could be physical ailments, it could be mental, that could keep you from making this decision, like more on type of like manipulation. Well, if you choose this, then, I don't get to have a life. Or, it just seems like there's somebody around you that is like pulling at your coattails to stop you, probably to stop you from growth, right? Or moving on, or taking a decision that's against what they want when it's more of what they want, not what's good and correct for you, which is why I'm getting the Ace of Swords, which is one of those cards that says you've got a lot of things going on, but wherever you choose, like, not everybody is going to be happy, or maybe you're just not going to be happy with the choices that are presented to you, right? But I do want you to trust your choices, right? What's being presented to you, it feels like it's a form of change, really, is going to be for not only your highest good, but it's the highest good of others. I'll give you an example. I remember when my parents got separated and my mom was forced to move to Harlem. And it was, for me, the worst decision. And if I would have had choices, I probably wouldn't have gone with my mom. But at the time, there were no choices, nor did she have it in her to recognize that we were suffering by her choice to go to Harlem to be closer to her sisters. But if I didn't go to Harlem, I wouldn't have the child that I have today. And I don't know what that looks like other than the child that I have today. So a choice that was beyond my control was my mother's decision making can affect everyone, but it also can affect everyone in a huge way, except that this is an eclipse. So it feels like the effect that everyone is going to have based upon something that you need to do, Scorpio, is huge. Like, the effect is going to be huge. But I don't want you to be afraid, because remember, the choices are good. The ramifications of each choice is not what you would hope for. All right? I do see a Leo Sagittarius man that is influencing the situation. It could be a husband, could be a boss, could be a future, something in the future, like, if I choose this, does this Leo Sagittarius man have an effect on the choice? But something about you needs to go. So, do you need to relocate? Do you need to join a company that is far away from home? Do you need to enlist in the army or military services? Like, these choices, like, it's those type of choices, right? But whatever the choice is, you're not unfamiliar 100%. You know what you're doing. You even know why you're doing it. The choices are not your favorite, but you're not dumb, Scorpio. You have been either in this rodeo or you've been down this rodeo. And you know the people that are involved. Even if they're brand new, you still know the walk, right? You've done this before, right? So it almost feels like, even if it's a divorce, it almost feels like, if this is a divorce, it almost feels like you've already been separated and then got back together with this person. So again, it's familiar energy. Pay close attention to detail. Money's involved. And not a little bit of money. A lot of money is on the table. And Scorpio, you're a calculated soul. Look at the money. And plan well. And it doesn't look like this is swift like I thought, but it doesn't look like you have enough time to make a decision. I get a month at best or less. So, make it your final outcome. I don't know why I paused for so long, but it was really deep in my head. for a second. It's kind of weird. Show me, God. Show me Scorpio's final outcome. Whew. Flexible. 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 Rings a bell? Sounds very similar to the reading. Number 19, which is number 10, which is an ending and a beginning. It's all very familiar to me. I hope you understand the reading. Number 10, unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. This is a time to tie up loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or a project and the mastery of a lesson or skill. Before you can move on, it's important that you come to terms with where you are now. Practical, radical acceptance is where you're at. So take inventory, so that emotional and psychological closure can occur and the answers you seek will be found. You can't move forward if you're leaving things unfinished. Reflect on what is past so that the symphony can finally end on a high note. I read the wrong thing. I can't. I totally read. I wish I could just leave it be, but I just can't. I read number 10 instead of number 19. Flexible. I am so sorry. Flexible. Teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising. What's most important to you? A tree roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane. Whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be right now, willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay awake. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. Maybe you got 2 messages. Never know with spirit. I've never done that before. First time. All right, if anyone wants to elaborate on anything that I said, 213-458-7408 to elaborate and get your own personal reading. If you would love to invest in the candles, Tracy Brown Live at Gmail. Thanks, Scorpio.